just Frost Nova as well, depending on what comes out. But Amnesiasc, of course, does have the answer. A pretty clean answer as well.
Yeah. And but this strategy makes sense to me from Pavel because, like I said, he has the deck that's more likely to hit a minion curve. Yeah. He does play minions all the way through, so he can just keep pressure up, start playing a minion on each turn, then he can find himself in a reasonably comfortable spot, just developing onto the board. But right now, he's just hit a little interruption point, and developing the Drake into this Cult Sorcerer cannot feel good, and Amnesiasc is chilling on the perfect answer in the Arcane Blast that he deliberately reserved, choosing to use the more expensive Frostbolt on the previous turn.
Yeah, he has a lot of options now as well. He's going to go for the Acolyte of Pain to get the minion on the board now, to start to build up to the cycle and basically pester Pavel to have to deal with it, versus the Arcane Intellect, which is more initial, instant card draw. We'll see if Pavel can actually deal with it. He didn't really have anything too great at the moment. He can clear it off with the Cult Sorcerer or the Thanos and an Arcane Blast, but he needs to be able to clear the, Amnesiasc's Cult Sorcerer as well, because they're just going to counter each other out, and Amnesiasc will gain the initiative initially.
Yeah, I like this a lot more, just going for the Arcane Missiles play. That Acolyte was a huge annoyance for him. That Arcane Missiles draw could have been potentially huge. Had to take care of the Acolyte first, and
he got
the missiles, the tease.
Yeah.
They tried to bait us into thinking they were going face. The last two got the job done, and this is kind of the matchup in a nutshell. It's just swings on the board back and forth, especially the way the late game cards line up. You'll see a Firelands Portal come down, and then a Firelands Portal hit the Firelands Portal minion, and then they'll rag the Firelands Portal minion, and then they'll rag the rag, and it just goes back and forth like that. One of the swingiest mirrors in the game for sure.
100%. Amnesiasc does not have an amazing turn for now. Does have the Arcane Intellect to fish for some options. I think he needs to. Just fireballing face normally isn't the play. And using Arcane Missiles of his own, he does have the Mage hero power to be able to clear it up as long as one hits, and one does. So as you said, it's going to be you play a minion, I'll remove it. Then I play a minion, then you remove it.
Yeah, I mean, but this...
a true gentleman's game.
This Blood Mage Thanos is about as miserable as it can get as a target for a Firelands Portal, but unless he picks up something rather appealing... Okay, I mean, that could change his mind here. He didn't really have any gas to play this turn, so it looked like it was just going to have to be a Firelands Portal for board dominance. Picking up the Barnes now is just really nice for him, because now he gets to weave that in with the ping and just keep a board position here. And now... you want to be the last guy acting in this matchup. When I described that chain of events of Firelands Portal hitting Firelands Portal, etc., you want to be the guy going second in all of those scenarios. So Amnesiasc is taking this turn to just sit back and let Pavel initiate the chain of power cards.
Yeah, and we see the mirror image get played there. Kind of looks a bit funky, but his next turn is going to be Ragnaros. That is the Firelands Portal, and that is a horrible draw from it. The Buzzard. I miss you, friend, from when you were not nerfed.
This is incredible.
That is huge.
That is the second Firelands Portal Starving Buzzard that Amnesiasc has had against him in this tournament. That's insane.
He controls the portals.
He does. Young Savage knows what's up, apparently.
The Ragnaros was chosen over the portal purely because the Buzzard is just not enough of a threat to want the guaranteed kill. It's going to be a Flame Waker response from Pavel, though. He does have Frost Nova as a backup. Excuse me, or the Fireball if any of the pings hit the Rag, and they don't. It's going to have to be a Frost Nova.
Yeah, even if the pings go perfectly here, the Dragon's Breath is still not castable, so Ragnaros does not give one single damn about being frozen right now. The Frost Nova just helped him to clear out, and that Firelands Portal that he held onto, I mean...
look at the difference.
I mean...
a Buzzard versus a Berserker.
Yeah, America just has better portals, apparently. It's just a fact.
And this is what we were talking about earlier. Amnesiasc now took that one extra step in being able to not have his board responded to. And on top of that, he dealt with Pavel. And now this Water Emerald is going to come down, but is it going to be enough? More than likely, no, as there's a Fireball and a Roaring Torch available for Amnesiasc. And hey, why not? Another Firelands Portal as well.
That is just, as they say in the business, lethal. And Amnesiasc is going to jam through the damage, 2-0 in dominant fashion. Definitely got the run of the cards in that matchup, but played it well, understood the pattern and the pacing of the